What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with an analysis breakdown on Clyde, the Glide Drexler. He was a great finisher around the rim, very quick, very fast. He was a guy that can contort his body to adjust in air. He used good footwork to be able to get angles and lanes to the basket, or he would just overpower you, use his strength, go at your chest, even if you was a center, and that would allow him to get enough separation to get a clean layup off. And he was just so smart and so strong at doing it that is nothing that you could really do, especially when you look at the fact that he was fearless and reckless going to the basket sometimes. And he was a guy that had high confidence that he could get it done. And he did it throughout his whole entire career. Even when he got older, it didn't matter how big or how strong you were, he can go to the basket and finish with confidence. And that's what made him really great. But if you tried to cut him off, he could dribble himself into a pull-up jump shot, and it was a shot that he didn't really use the most, but he could use it as a weapon if he needed to, and he did it against some of the greatest defenders at his position or at any position. And sometimes he'd hop into it early or late, and he'd still be able to finish that play from the mid-range jump shot, and I think that was important. He was also a great cutter. As you can see, he can cut to the basket on or off the ball and even finish with lobs. He was a great transition player. He was able to get up the court faster than anybody else, or he was always leading the break or always being a part of the break, and that was just easy opportunities. And people just love seeing him fly through the air, glide through the air, and it was just unstoppable in transition. Like, this guy was a blur. 1 minute you're right by him, 1 minute he's at the rim, and that's something that really made him special because he already did it in the half court. Then he was just able to get quick buckets that allowed them to erase leads, allowed them to get back into games, or allowed them to build leads because his genius way of using transition as a weapon to destroy your opponent and destroy the rim at that because you wasn't catching them. And to respect because of that, the guy just was phenomenal in shape when it came to the game of basketball, and his understanding was at another level. That's why he ended up becoming an NBA champion and a college champion, and he was able to show that he can dominate on any level of basketball. That's why he's known as an all-time great. He was a 10-time All-Star, dominating a decade, All-NBA first team when Jordan and those guys was in the league, All-NBA second team twice, All-NBA third team twice. He even was on the 50th greatest players in the 75th team. Obviously, he was retired by the Portland Trail Blazers and the Houston Rockets for contributing to success to those organizations where when he was there, he was All-American player. But it just shows you that you need somebody to push you. You need somebody to make you great. And this guy led the Portland Trail Blazers to the playoffs. Not only then, but he also got them to the finals and showing you that he can lead a team. He can be, great competition to even a great MJ. He wasn't better than MJ, as we know, but he did, have a great series against him, and his team did play well. They just didn't get the job done, but you can't blame it all on Clyde because that was one of the main reasons why they was there. And when you look at the assist numbers, just being that combo guard of I can handle the ball and make plays, make decisions that are accurate, that are worth making, even if I don't want to score, I can always use that as an opportunity for my teammates to be better, for they can play better and they can get more familiar with the basketball. I feel like that really made his career even better. The fact that he was a great guy that can handle and score and pass. It's like a triple threat. Do I want him not to get to the basket? Do I not want him to pull up? He didn't really shoot threes, but he was so good at getting to the rim that guys would get the dump off, guys would get the mid ranges, guys can shoot the three because you had to stop Clyde and you had to do whatever it takes to get him, to cool down. And by then the teammates would be heating up or they'd be finishing off a play. Like I said, he wasn't a double-double, but he was a threat to pass the ball, and he was dangerous because of that, because he had great teammates and he made them great on top of that. So I look at Clyde as a central player to the 90s, central player to the 80s. He didn't have the craziest career. He didn't have this mind-blowing career, but he did have a great career that you can brag about and you can love if you a player and you love the game of basketball. You really can't tell the 80s or the 90s without him. he deserves his place as one of the greatest shooting guards ever, one of the greatest players ever, and that's exactly how they acknowledge him, and we all should, like we usually do. But I love what I seen out of this footage and what I seen out of his game, and I like the fact that he may not be a great defender, but his offensive package was just so unstoppable and so unbelievable that you just watched it and just enjoyed everything he did on the court. Whether he was gliding for the layup, gliding for the dunk, making the right pass, catching the lob or alley oop, or just going straight to the basket non-stop. And you say, how could we stop this guy? How could we get him out the paint? And next thing you know, he just passing, saying, well, you can get me out the paint, but I can always kick it to somebody else to score. That ain't me. So it's crazy, but it's reality for a guy like Clyde the Glide Drexler to be able to achieve it because he done did it for 10 plus years in the NBA, and he was highly successful at that point in his career. And even as he got older, he still showed that he had a little bit left in the tank, and that's how he was able to stretch it to that championship. And that was the last missing piece. You did it in college. Can you do it in the NBA? Done. You know, he might not be the guy that led them to a title, but at least he didn't, just gave him the title. He earned it by playing hard, playing his game, adjusting his game, and even doing a little modernization of his game as he started to age in the mid 90s and was able to really be the guy that they needed to win that championship in Houston. And that's why they didn't regret that move. This is our opportunity to win. This is our chance to get it done. Let's get this guy that we know has been to the finals before, known that he can dominate a game before, add him to what we're doing early, and then try to acclimate him during the season just so we can be prepared in the playoffs to make this run. And they got it done, and that was one of the toughest things to do, especially going against the younger teams. And you got to give Clyde credit for fitting in and being able to finish the mission and just add that last missing piece to his resume before he retired. Got love and respect for that. You can't really hate on that. It's something you got to appreciate. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. I got more videos just like this, and I got more content just like this. So if you like this video, you like videos like this or certain type of videos like this, I got videos like this all over the channel, over 2,000 videos on my channel. And on top of that, I make content throughout the whole year, basically almost every day. So you don't really see nobody going as hard as me still to this day because I've been in this for over 10 years. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing if you do. And other than that, I'm gone.